Hi, I'm Natasha Lockhart. It's here. Christmas is upon us. Hopefully you're ready.
I'm Aqua Danes. We'll be chatting with Cherie about her new Christmas album.
Hi, I'm Stacey Beck. Do you have a nativity set up at your house? We will talk to someone who has dozens.
And if we're lucky, we get to visit with the head elf. You know who I mean. All this and more coming right up on Studio Chatter. Welcome to Studio Chatter. How are we doing?
Yay!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Yes.
Y'all.
Wow.
Oh, this is
Yes.
fantastic.
How did it get here?
I don't know.
Because I thought school just started like
I know, right?
a minute ago.
Yeah, that's
yes.
right.
Well,
That's
I literally was standing on the beach filming, chatting.
Oh, that's right.
It feels
You
like
weren't
just
here
like,
last time. I
you know, a
know.
couple.
Did you have so much fun?
Oh my word. It was, yes. It
You
was,
look like you decompressed, took some
Yes.
good
yes,
quality time.
Yes, it was.
Sunday.
Did you
bring
do
any
it?
sand or anything like that?
Not any sand.
no sand.
No,
Okay.
just some sunshine. And my daughter looked really out of place.
Oh, really?
When we took our Christmas pictures, I said, "You look way too tan to have." I mean, her skin just bronzes
Bronze.
beautifully, and I'm like, "This doesn't look
Nice.
right for Christmas time." But yeah, it was
thank
great.
you.
It was good break for the family and getaway time. But gosh, what is all of this?
Well, happy holidays.
Yeah.
Our own little party in
I
here,
love
right?
cranberry Sprite.
So speaking
so
of parties,
nice.
have you been to any amazing Christmas parties or holiday parties?
Yes, actually, I had it written down to talk about my high school friends and I. 30 years ago,
Ew.
I had our first Christmas party. We were all seniors in high school. And we get together throughout the year, but our best turnout is always for Christmas. And we always have done a gift exchange. And this year, the host had, paint night. Do you guys follow them where you can go to different local restaurants and paint? She had him come to us.
Oh, fun.
You guys, it was so much fun.
Oh, wow.
I am not an artist whatsoever. So when they said, do you want to do a gift exchange or paint? I actually was leaning a little more towards gift exchange because I'm not a good artist. And fabulous. If you want to do something fun with a group of friends or extended family,
And have them come
either go to
round.
paint night, like look it up and see where they are, and it was just fun. So
Like paint by number for adults. Like
you start-
maybe I can do it.
Yeah.
but
I
there's
mean, it
no
would be
numbers. It's
scary.
a blank canvas. If I
Right.
can do it, literally anyone can. And
Like
I
a
don't know.
Bob Ross kind of version.
Yes,
we maybe need to
brought him
have
up
a
a lot.
challenge.
Yeah.
And it was fun because we listened to the 80s music all night because he graduated in the 80s and we all did. So it was just fun. So that was a good one.
nice.
So that's a good segue because we have an amazing guest artist tonight. So Cherie Cole will be here
Yes.
performing.
Oh, that's
But
right.
do you have any favorite Christmas songs that kind of get you going or get you
I
in the
heard,
mood?
what's up that song? It's da 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 da.
It's cold outside.
Yeah,
outside.
that they're banning it or something.
Yes, there's controversy.
What is that? That's one of my favorite songs. I love that song.
I don't know. I
There's
just,
controversy over this.
Yes.
Right.
You know the song, right? From Elf.
right.
Yeah, I
Right.
totally know the song.
Something
The
from
things
Elf,
we
but-
ban.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting, right? Because a
Interesting.
Christmas classic that has been around for
Literally,
years,
yes.
somebody wants to
It
banter
suddenly
about,
because-
right, suddenly
yeah,
ban and
me
talk
too.
about the lyrics and, right,
Yeah, and I'm just like,
So-
how far are we going with this? You know,
Right.
I
it's a
always
beautiful
loved
song.
The Mariah Carey's
The
Christmas
holiday,
CD.
yes.
Every year I
one
would put
too.
that in.
Yep,
And
me too.
set up Christmas to that.
I
So
would.
yeah.
I love that too.
I have songs that stick out for me. Like I have, so anybody that knows me knows that I love Clay Aiken. So the Clay Aiken Christmas album is my numero uno. That's
Right.
love. I still love Clay. In fact,
Wow.
I'm so sad that I didn't make it to on Broadway in New York this year because he's back and performing with Ruben Studdard. And so that was
Oh,
supposed to be a
wow.
family goal this year, and it didn't happen. But yes,
Oh, wow.
love Clay, and I still love the old Wham! Last Christmas.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Yes, I
You totally know
know
it.
it. I'm
Yeah,
like, that
yeah,
is funny.
totally.
Yeah.
So have
That's
either of
my
you been
groove.
to the Festival of Lights yet?
No,
Okay,
not yet.
You only have
Maybe
till
this-
New Year's.
Okay,
Eve,
yeah. So we'll
guys.
go before then.
Okay, make sure you go.
Yes.
We're on the countdown.
It's always busy though, at the very beginning, and so when you go near the end, the line is
like maybe
also-
after Christmas.
That's right.
It's
maybe
a little
yeah.
less. Okay.
Or maybe at the weekend. Who knows?
So post vacation, my husband has literally been on a plane, just international travel, one stop after another. So after he gets home,
Yeah, you
and,
want
and
him
we'll
there.
then we'll all go through as a
Yeah,
family and be obnoxious and stick our heads out the sunroof and go
as-
through the tunnel.
As wonderful as the holidays are, it's really a hard time for a lot of people when they hear how maybe busy or festive other people are. It can be a really depressing time and difficult time for people who are lonely.
Even my neighbor came round, and some people, if they've lost a job or something like that, and then we had our Christmas. Can you believe my Christmas tree is up?
Yes, I
Believe it or
can.
not, yeah. But my kids still said, they go, "What, the Scrooge of the neighborhood?" And I said, "Why? Our lights are not up." And I said, "Half the neighbors don't have their lights up, but we're right in the middle." And I was like, "What?" And I just think that's so sad that because our lights are not up, that makes us Scrooge.
But they're boys. They can climb up on the roof and put them up there.
Amen, that's what I say.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Anyway, yeah.
Are you ladies about ready though?
Yes. About for what?
About ready for
Yeah.
big
Sure,
day?
sure.
Getting close.
Yes, I'm living.
okay.
I'm living by the chain. We have the countdown chain. The paper chain, not
Yes.
not the
Yes.
heavy ball chain or anything like that.
We have the advent calendar and one of those a large one, homemade one, the ones that you take
those are
out and you
fun.
Yeah.
stick on the tree. Yeah, my kids love that one.
I just eat my way through the
advent
colors.
Every-
I'm
got one
eating
of
my
those.
way through
Pudding.
every day.
Everything.
Vegetable or chocolate? I'll go for the
Yeah,
chocolate.
chocolate, yeah.
I had cake last night at City Council. Today we had a staff meeting, more chocolate cake. I'm like,
Oh, eat up.
oh my. And then here, we arrive and there's more food. And I
That,
can't
my
say no.
friend,
So good.
is what leggings are for, and that's what New Year's is for.
There you
so
go.
you just fill
Enjoy.
out the stretch pants right now, and then we set our
Okay.
goals for the new year.
Okay,
Sure.
great
I think
idea.
it's a plan, right?
I think it's
Good
great.
idea. Well, I hope you both have a great Christmas.
You
Oh,
too.
likewise.
Merry Christmas.
Good
right?
Christmas.
Have you been good girls?
Yep, I should get everything I dream of.
Yeah.
Yes, you definitely should.
It'll be good.
Absolutely.
It'll be good. We
All
have-
right. Well, on that note, enjoy some more treats, right? We have
Yes.
We have a fun-
Verona Cherie, and maybe you should open the chest in there.
Chessman. Well, I look
Yes.
forward to our guest. We have Amy Darrington, one of my friends, coming to show us her nativities. Do you both collect nativities, or do you just have one?
Just
Just one.
started.
Okay. I have a
few.
couple, so I think it'll be a fun one. I
It'll be
can't wait to
fun.
see what she brings.
Awesome.
That'd be great.
So, and then Cherie Pop,
Yeah.
and then the
Some
big
music.
guy in
Big guy in the red suit. Coming up next on Studio Chatter, we'll be talking with a holiday collector. Stay with us. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. A lot of us have a nice nativity scene set up in our homes, but our first guest has us all beat. Welcome Amy Darrington to the program.
Hello.
Amy.
Wow.
Yes.
So this is just like the tip of the iceberg.
Yes, this is just a few of them.
Just love it.
So
Yeah.
when and how did it all start?
Well, okay, so it started when I was little. My dad
Okay.
was on the hospital board at the IHC hospital at Utah Valley Hospital, and so every year he would go to their Christmas party, and he came home with a nutcracker. And so for 30 years he did that, and he was on the board, and every year our family was like, oh, what's it going to look like this year? So I wanted to continue something fun like that for my own family, but I didn't want to do nutcrackers. And I wanted to have just kind of a tradition that was just for our family and that focused more on Christ at Christmas. And so we started to do, we call it a night in Bethlehem. And we have the night, we eat by candlelight, and we sit on blankets in our family room.
I love
I just got the
it.
chills.
I used to make my kids like wear their robes, and they used to participate. Now they just are like,
Now they're
"Mom, we're
adults."
not going to do that. But we try and
should
just
make
have
them.
Well, I would love to make them do a lot of things.
Amy, she only has little kids.
Oh,
She doesn't have adults.
Butter,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Buttercup.
I don't know if that's any easier though. Anyway, we digress.
So dinner's just really simple. I always pretend like it's something that they would eat back in the day. And then every year we open up a new nativity. So the collection, some of these were not from that. Like, for example, this one up here by Stacy, that one is that's olive wood from Jerusalem.
No way.
And my husband traveled with a BYU group, and he brought that home, so he had that one.
Okay.
But this one actually started the collection right here.
That's
This
one of
was
my
the year
favorites.
that we did. It's super fun. huh?
darling.
I love the silly long legs. of the
Yeah,
animals
it's
and-
super unique. Do you remember the brand? Like, could you hop
don't.
online and maybe buy some of these? Like, if you're not traveling the world?
You probably could. I'm sure you probably could. I think that. Oh, it says Demdaco. So I think I got that one at Deseret Book. So I'm sure you probably could.
So there's
love that one.
you have a very, very unique collection, and I'm sure there's more at home. This one has the stacking.
Right.
So is it Russian?
It could be. I don't. I didn't go to Russia to get it. Some of these came, like this one came from Switzerland. My parents brought that home from Switzerland.
That looks
for us.
like a difficult thing to pack home and to store.
Yeah, and it's so fun because it's a little music box, so you can turn it on and.
Oh my
Pull.
gosh, each level? Or just the bottom
Yeah,
one?
no, they all go. And how it's supposed to work is that you light the candles, and then the heat from the candles turn the fan.
Oh no!
Like,
Have you ever done it?
no, because I don't want to burn the
ew.
candles, and I don't want to get it all waxy.
Oh, but
You
how
can turn
cool
the
that
music
would
box
be.
on, and it's super fun.
But you'll never know.
You need to do it this year.
Yes, you should do it.
I will.
He'll do that for this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It reminds me of A Small World.
Yeah,
the little
This
people.
was one of my favorites. I love it. And every time my parents come over, my dad oh, there's your nativity that we sent you. Because they had it shipped from Switzerland, so it was expensive.
So I wanted to ask you that. What is your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
You know what? They all have some kind of memory attached to them. So I can't really say that I have one that's my favorite.
Okay.
I love this one up front. This is
Okay.
the Salto
This one.
Nativity. The one with the blue Mary, because when I was little, my mom made salto ornaments for our Christmas tree.
I
So
remember
we
that. It
had,
was dough art. Yes.
and she's pretty talented. So we had Bert and Ernie and like everything that you can imagine. We had on our tree. She still does. So she had a Salto Nativity, and a couple years ago I said, you know what, I really want a Salto Nativity for Christmas. So she made one for all of us.
Oh my word.
So I love that one just because my mom made it. I love this one too. It's just because
So
it's
pretty.
different. It's super. My mother-in-law, who has passed away, that was a gift from her to my children. So that was something that
And was that bought out of the country? It looks like it, but I guess.
possibly I don't actually know the history from that one.
Okay.
I know this one my husband and I got on a trip on a cruise. I think we were in Belize when we got that one. And then this one up front with the orange and
Right over
blue.
here.
That one is fun. We got that one on a Christmas. We went to Tijuana to build with Builders Without
Oh, I
Borders.
remember when you did that.
Uh-huh. And so we picked that up there at just one of the little shops in Tijuana.
This is
so that's
so
kind of fun. Yeah.
Wow.
They're fun. So every year I look for one that's different than what I
Okay.
have.
So you've purchased this year's, correct?
I did. I purchased this year's, but I didn't bring it because it's got to be a
family
surprise.
hasn't seen it.
But I got it. I just got back from London.
Oh,
last
no
week.
way.
I know it sounds like we're world travelers. We're really not. We're really
Well,
not.
yes, you are. You've been to some of these places. Yeah.
But it's super cute, and it's just little. It's only about that big, a little ceramic nativity.
Okay.
And it looks like the nativity that they had at the Westminster Church.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it's just a little replica of that one.
Wow. I remember the first time, I always just thought everyone has one nativity. And I remember going to one of those huge houses in Mapleton, probably 20 years ago. Every single room, including the bathroom, had a nativity. I'm like, oh, people collect.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple. My first one, though, I wanted to share. My grandma, when I was 15, took a ceramics class and made the full-on nativity, and it's all white ceramic. And she boxed it up and wrapped it in 1985 newspaper. And I only opened like the top one at the time because I, was 15 and stored it. So it wasn't until my first Christmas when I was married that I opened the whole entire thing. So it's so precious to me, and I still have it in the 1985 newspaper.
Oh, that's amazing.
Did I say wrapping paper originally?
No, newspaper.
Okay, it was newspaper.
I do the same thing, so it's kind of fun every year because you pull it out and you're like, oh, this one's from 1992.
Yeah.
This is the movie section. Oh,
Or yeah, the obituary died.
yeah. Oh, Amy, this is so cool.
So I wonder, my mom grew up very Catholic, so baby Jesus never appeared until Christmas Eve or when they had midnight mass. So I'm always looking in the nativity to see, if baby Jesus begins there or ends there. Or have you ever done that? Have you ever brought the baby later, or they're complete sets when you start?
They're always complete sets when we start. I always make sure there's a baby Jesus in there.
I love that idea, though.
Yeah,
it's kind of fun.
that was I really loved that idea. But
This little the olive wood one. So we've had that one probably the longest because my husband had it before we got married, and my second daughter, Sarah, was born the day after Christmas. So the Christmas before she, that season before she was born, her older sister Allie knew that Mama was going to have a baby. So she would wrap that baby Jesus up. You can kind of see it's been in the tub with her. It's kind of weathered. You can tell. That's because Allie, that was like her thing. She would take it and play with it and rock it and put it in the cradle because she knew that her little baby sister was on her way. So that's kind of funny.
That's fun.
did anyone ever get in trouble for breaking a piece, or have you dropped a piece?
You know what? I can't think of a broken piece. Another one that's my favorite that I did not bring is the Fisher-Price Nativity.
That's a Deseret book right now. I was there today.
Love that one.
That's
and
a
so
fun
that
one.
was the one that the kids could play with. You can play with that one. Don't touch any of these, but you can play with that one.
That's a great idea.
So amazing. I think maybe we'll have you back next year to share more. We'll have to come to your house or
Thank
something.
you.
But we're getting close in time here.
Thanks for having me.
So we want to switch gears just a little bit while we have just a second here. Do you have a favorite Christmas song by chance?
I think my favorite Christmas song is "Oh Holy Night." Would you like me to sing it for you?
Sure. Well, a little bird told us that
Dolly Parton sings that song, and
That's exactly where she was going.
Were you going? Yeah, I was going there. I was going to say Hard Candy Christmas.
Hard Candy
but
Christmas, another one. But I really like her version of "Oh Holy Night."
Yeah.
we did hear that you were a Dolly Parton fan, and I said, I bet you I have something in one of my collections that Amy does not have.
What is it?
Do you remember when she filmed The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas with Burt Reynolds many years ago? Not that I was allowed to watch it, but she had a saddle-shaped handbag, a purse, and do you remember this?
No,
do you remember
I can't
the handbag?
say that I've ever seen the show.
Obsessed.
Especially the handbag.
Yeah, well, if you were a Dolly Parton fan, and I really love Dolly Parton, but I obsessed over that handbag for a while.
So
until my
this
parents gave
obsession of
in.
handbags started at a really young age for you.
Oh, I think I've always
Maybe
been.
that's what started.
But I did love Dolly, and I had her on the 33, and I really liked Hard
That
Candy
is
Christmas.
so
There you go. Well, Merry Christmas to you, and thank you so
Amy,
much for
thank
sharing your collection. Next, we'll visit with a local singer-songwriter with a brand new album for the holidays. Don't go away. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. We love it when a local performer comes to the show, and we'll even come back again. Let's welcome Cherie Call back to the Chatter. Welcome.
Thank you for the invite. It's great to be here.
You look amazing.
Yeah.
It is.
What have you been doing with yourself?
Lots of performances and some songwriting, lots of stuff. So
Well, it's
a busy
treating you
time for me.
well.
Oh, thank you.
And you have a new album.
I do. Yes, you can see it here. It's called A Merry Little Christmas. The writing is really tiny, so they probably can't until. But it's
I
a
love
Christmas.
that.
It's a new Christmas project. So yeah,
So is it just released?
yeah, just I guess about a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you produce it?
Well, most Christmas projects you hear are never recorded when it's snowy outside.
It's like during Fiesta days, for example.
Yep, it's usually pretty hot outside.
Is that weird?
It's a little odd, but I don't know, that's just kind of the deal. You have to get it done. Sometimes you hang Christmas lights in the studio and kind of just do the best you can. I actually recorded the vocals for this project when we had all those fires. And so I had to keep postponing the sessions because the smoke affected my voice. So
it was bad,
we kind of got it all done in the nick of time because we had to wait so long to do those vocals. But that's the least. I mean, a lot of people had a lot more inconveniences than that.
Wow, just a little bit.
And I love the whole decor of the, you're wearing your
vintage.
coat.
Yeah, that's my mother's
right.
coat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And it looks snowy in the background.
Yeah, that picture was taken in late April.
Oh, no way.
So they kind of blurred the trees a little bit. So you
Right.
could,
And
there were
give
no
it the wintry look.
yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. it's
Well,
really
I was in my car the other day, and I don't even know what I was doing or where I was going, but I heard your name, and they said that you were performing at Southtown, and that you've had some local gigs going on, I
Yeah,
guess. And I'm like, hey, I know her, and I knew that you were going to be coming here, so that's super exciting.
Wow.
It is. Yeah, I'm really happy to be here. So
So how many gigs would you say you do throughout the year? And then
well,
I suppose it's busier.
I'm a
isn't it,
busy
Christmas?
mom, and I'm also a
Yes.
teacher, so I don't do as many gigs as maybe other artists might do, but I do a couple things a month. And then at Christmas time, there's several things each week. So,
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you like kids, ramen, and pizza. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
There has been a lot of pizza at our house
Yeah,
this
there's
month.
cereal. Cereal is always a good one too.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
it has to be.
but
yes.
really, how do you find that balance, or how do you make that work?
Well, I have a good team. Everybody's got to have a team, right?
Sure.
But I have people who help me out. But I think also, in general, I love that my kids can see what it looks like to have a dream, and I want them to know that I'm there for their dreams too. But they know, like, there are times when, sometimes one person has a lot going on and everybody kind of rallies, and that's kind of what we do, and it seems to work. I mean,
Good.
I try to make it. I mean, if every month was like December, then we would die. But I think we can pull through for 1 month. We
Sometimes
can
that's,
make
I
it
think,
happen.
why January is so refreshing.
It really is. Yeah.
Like, oh, we can hibernate a little bit like the animals,
Right.
right?
So yes, absolutely. Last you were here, I think it's when you had the children's album. So do you have some aspiring little musicians in your house?
A little bit, yeah. My 2 daughters have been taking some voice lessons, and every Sunday I have a little alarm on my phone, and when it chimes, I know it's time to take a little bit of time with each kid and teach them a guitar chord or a ukulele chord.
Oh, I
or do a thing
love
like
that.
They don't do intensive lessons or anything, but not yet anyway. But it's just kind of a fun way to teach them a little bit at a time, and that's just fun.
Oh,
So
I
That's a
love
great
that.
idea.
I want
I
to be
like
your
that.
child. I want to learn ukulele chords. That's amazing.
So for your music, how do you come up with the songs? Each individual song, does it have a history? Like this first one, these are the Christmas songs, but in the past, when you've written your music, how have you come up with the
How
song?
do you find the inspiration?
Yeah, to
where does it
write
come
a
from?
song.
I find it from everywhere. In fact, 4 of the songs on this are songs that I wrote about Christmas time. So yeah, I think I just really find inspiration from everywhere. One of the songs that I'm going to sing for you today, my husband does sound for a lot of different artists, but right now he's on tour with Michael McLean doing the Forgotten Carols. And he's been doing this, I think this is his 19th year doing the show. He's been a part of that show longer than I've been in his life. So it's always been Christmas time. He's always been gone for half of November and most of December. And so we love that job. We love that show. The people in it are like family to us, but we're always so happy when he's finally back. And so I wrote this song called Come Home. And it's just kind of about how we're excited for him to get home just in time for Christmas, because they do these shows right up until Christmas.
Right.
And just how we're all happy that he can finally come home. So if someone else is missing someone at Christmas time, it might be for some other reason. But for me, it's not in the song exactly, but for me, it's my husband who's on the road. So.
Okay, I like that. So to change the subject, crowdfunding. What is that?
So I'm sure everyone has been on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, and they've seen a musician friend or an artist friend or a filmmaker who is posting something from Kickstarter or from GoFundMe. Or I guess GoFundMe is more like for medical, like for emergencies and things, but Pledge Music, there's different things like that.
Okay.
So it makes it so usually a big record, in the past anyway, and still a little bit now, a big record company would front the money for a project, and then they have to recoup all of that, and then once they do that, then the artist can start getting a little bit of money from the project. And that's how projects were done. And there was just a limited number of people who could have access to those record labels, but now now indie artists have this tool of crowdfunding where the people who would have wanted to purchase the album anyway, or who would want to support you as an artist, they can. You can offer different rewards, or like they could pre-order the album, and that's like maybe the easiest thing to do. If you were going to buy the album anyway, you could order it and pay for it, and all that money can go towards how much it costs to produce the project.
Okay.
Or for bigger amounts of money, like I offered house concerts where I would go and do maybe someone's event in their backyard or in their living room, and they would invite friends, or I would write a song for a special occasion. So there are different things that you can offer.
My gosh.
And then people can pay money for that, and you use all that money to pay for the recording studio and the musicians and all the things that you have to do to make the album. And so you are able to do that and actually recoup all of your costs before, like a lot of the costs anyway, before you even release the album. So it's kind of nice. It takes a lot of stress. I mean, raising the money is always a little bit of like, I hope we can do it, but then after that, you can create the project and you release it out into the world, and you don't have quite the stress at that point of, is it going to pay for itself and all that other kind of stuff. So
That is an ever-changing industry.
it really is, yeah.
So, what does it mean to you, or how do you like being called an indie artist?
I love it because I have so much, artistic freedom. I can do whatever project I feel like doing, I can do that. Or if I know something that I know that my fans want, I don't have to clear it through a big committee. I don't have to do or make it sound a certain way that's going to make someone else happy. I can do it exactly how I want, or exactly what I know my fans want. And I can shape all of that because I'm the person who's in charge of it. Sometimes there's kind of a weight on your shoulders with that, I've got to do all this stuff. So that's another thing, but artistically, I love it. I can just do the things that I want to do.
So as people are watching this show, is there anything that we could suggest for them to support you? Like
Where they can go.
Yeah, where can they go besides just buying your Christmas album? If anyone wanted to schedule you for an event, maybe plan ahead for next summer or something.
Yeah, you can just contact me through cherriecall.com. You can send me a note if you wanted me to come and do a house concert, which I love doing those. Or you can find the album just in all the places. It's not in stores, but you can find it in all the online places, Amazon, iTunes.
Okay.
You can order the CDs from my website. But I would just say, whenever you see an artist who's doing this, where they're doing a crowdfunding thing, the best thing you can do is just if you can't buy the album or if you can't contribute financially, help spread the word. I think that is the best thing, because this is how stuff gets made now. I just think fewer people buy music. There's not as much money to put into music, and this is how we do it now.
I don't even think I heard of crowdfunding, so that's a new thing for me tonight.
Yeah, that's really
Well,
good.
we are thrilled to steal a bit of your time during this busy season and to have you perform. So
Yes.
that will be coming up next. We get to hear some of the new songs from Cherie's album. Stay with us. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. We are excited to hear Cherie perform.
I'm holding out for a miracle this Christmas. Only a few days left and we've got the perfect snow. Baby, you and I don't live on 34th Street. I still think we've got some magic of our own. Staying up late isn't all that fun without you. I've watched all the Hallmark shows and I've eaten all the junk food. And I just wish that you were here for me to talk to. And these arms just feel so empty all alone. Come home, baby. I've been waiting. I miss you more than you could ever know. Stars are gleaming and the kids are dreaming. And baby, all that's left is for you to come home. The only Christmas lights I need are your headlights in the driveway just in time. Come home, baby. I've been waiting. I miss you more than you could ever know. Stars are gleaming and the kids are dreaming. And baby, all that's left is for you to come home. Thank you.
That was beautiful. Thank you. So that song, Come Home, was written about your husband being on the road. Is he on the road right now?
He is. Actually, he's home for one day right now, and then he's going down to do some shows in Cedar City. So, yeah.
So I wondered if you might be thinking of him when you were singing it this time, but it sounds like he's home for a pit stop.
Yep, that's right.
And what about this next song?
So this song is called Christmas Crush, and I wrote it. I tried to write a song that sounded like it could have been written in the 1940s, kind of like all those vintagey Christmas songs that everybody loves. So this is my attempt at, you can write cheesier things in those songs just because, you know, people pretending that snowmen are Parson Brown and all those different cheesy things. So that's what this song is. Okay.
It's a snowy night, crazy and quiet at the same time. Just like this heart of mine, secretly pounding with you right by my side. I slide and slip on the icy streets, and my heartbeat skips when you grab me so I don't fall down. And you don't know that I'm long gone. Darling, I fear if you look too close, you'll know it's true. I've got a Christmas crush on you. My cheeks get rosy red, I'm blaming it all on the chilly air. And you're trying not to stare, so you look away, and then we both start laughing. And then I'm all lit up like the street lamps at the sidewalk sale. You ask me to dance as the carols play, and everything's crowded, but there's just you. Darling, I fear if you look too close, you'll know it's true. I've got a Christmas crush on you. I swear that I never told a soul, but I'm starting to think maybe you already know. I don't know how the word gets around. Somehow it's the talk of the town, or it seems I'm an open book. Take a good look and you'll know it's true. Christmas crush on you.
Thank you.
How festive and fun. You're so talented.
Oh, thanks
Thanks again for coming by.
Thanks for inviting me. It's always fun.
Coming up, rumor has it that Santa is in the neighborhood. Come back to find out. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. You think you are busy? Well, even Santa was too busy to come to us.
So we're going to Santa.
Grab your mittens and your hat.
Here we go. Well, we are so lucky to be visiting our favorite elf. You were so busy, we got to come to you this year.
It's great, and I appreciate it. My little house.
Yes,
This is
nice
darling.
and warm.
Isn't it great?
Yes.
Unfortunately, we're missing our friend. She was afraid to come because she was naughty this year. But you already know that.
Yes, I knew that.
Yeah, so
I've been
better that
watching
she
her.
stay away, huh? This
Tell
go
her
around.
there's time. There's still
Okay,
There's
time.
still
we'll,
time.
We'll
Okay.
text her. We'll text her.
But that's okay
Well,
because
thanks for
we've
coming
been
out
good
here.
girls.
That's what you've been telling me.
Yes.
So Santa, you are at the shops at the Riverwoods.
Yep.
How many kids are you seeing every single night, do you think?
This is going to be a big night because it's beautiful, and the lights are about to come on.
Okay.
And by 5 o'clock, when you all leave here, there'll be a line of kiddies, and it doesn't stop until 8:39.
Okay.
So probably, I think we've been counting about 200
Okay.
a
My
night.
goodness.
So
Tonight, maybe 300.
6 nights a week.
One of us is here.
Okay.
It's not always me,
Okay.
but he looks a lot like me.
Okay. Sometimes you need to send your elf helper.
Yeah, I do.
Santa, what's your favorite part of this year? Is that too hard?
No. Favorite part of this year? Hi, kids. They're all peeking in the windows. I think, you know what? It is the kids this year. For some reason, and I can't put my finger on it, there's just a lot of giving spirit about them. Just very sweet. I went to a rich person's house the other night, and I'm not talking a house. I mean, it was a mansion on top of a mountain. And I was kind of a little hesitant. I thought, oh, you know, what do kids say when that have everything? And they were very sweet. You could tell they'd been raised right. They were excited about the little gifts that I brought them
Yeah,
that
of
night.
course.
So I think it's the kids. It's the kids this year that restore my faith in what's going on.
Oh, that's really awesome to hear because
Yeah.
you have to wonder sometimes in this day and age, you know, they seem to have everything
Yeah.
and technology has seemed to take the place of toys.
Yeah.
So you often wonder when they're sitting on your lap now what they might be asking for.
Yeah.
So are there popular items though that
Well,
they
sure.
might be asking
Everybody,
for?
all the boys want a Switch.
A what?
A Switch?
It's a video game
Nintendo?
like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a big major thing.
I would have thought a switch to like
No,
beat 'em or
no.
something.
It's the
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
50 years ago, they wouldn't be asking for a
no,
switch.
No, that's big. And of course, the weird one for me is all the girls are asking for slime.
Oh,
Slime.
no,
Rain-
that's not weird at all.
Oh yeah, rainbow slime. I get a lot of unicorns.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they want a unicorn?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
Like an
There's-
actual unicorn.
Or
well,
anything unicorn-ish.
when was the last time you saw an actual unicorn?
Well, I don't. I mean, they could be asking for an
They could
actual
be. No,
unicorn.
they ask it now. I know. So I prime them and say, okay, do you want a purple one, a blue one, or rainbow?
Oh,
And so
okay.
that's fun.
Okay.
That's fun. They're very popular.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say real big ticket items this year, except for the Switch.
Okay.
But dollies, of course, American Girl dollies.
Are they still popular?
LOL, still are.
Oh, good.
And
That's what my
LOL.
girls
Oh
like.
yes.
And
LOL.
my favorite, Mermaid Barbie.
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of have one of my own.
Oh. Okay.
I just found out there's a Stacy Barbie. I met a little 5-year-old
Really? I
recently,
didn't know
and
that.
she was introduced to me, and they said, "This is Stacy," and her mom was introducing. She said, "Oh, you're a Barbie." I'm like, What? She's like, I have a Barbie named Stacy. It's the cousin or something.
Oh, well, maybe you should be asking for one.
I have had
There you
people
go.
ask for the Barbie mansion house. It's a big house with
Yeah.
swimming pool in the back
Yeah.
and tennis courts.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So you're you're in the busiest season of the
Yep.
year.
Yep.
But come December 26th,
that's it.
then what does your week look like? That
Next
week after
week,
Christmas.
Between now and then, I have 33 stops. So that's a lot of stops. During the week, it's usually 1, maybe 2. But the weekends are 5 and 6.
So busy.
Yeah, it's busy, but it's good. It's good.
So you're just going to be sleeping. You're going to hibernate. Up at the North Pole. Wrap up.
After, I will just not move.
Yes,
Yep.
I bet.
What does Santa do in his downtime?
I read a lot. I photograph a lot. I travel. The wife and I, Mrs. Claus, we just got back from Iceland.
Did you really?
I told them we were looking for reindeer. There aren't any reindeer there. They're little Icelandic horses. But it was amazing. We want to go back.
I've heard really fantastic things.
Amazing.
A lot
That's
of
on
your
my
extended
bucket list
family
too,
have
yes.
traveled
it's-
there.
Did you swim in the Blue Lagoon?
Didn't, because
Oh.
last time I went swimming in public, I got harpooned.
I doubt that.
Shamu!
Oh my goodness.
That's
No.
silly.
Well, you're recognized everywhere you go, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Santa
yeah.
traveling the world.
I had a fun thing. We didn't go on the sleigh to Iceland. We went on a cruise ship. And there were some dancers from Russia that were on this ship. And they were beautiful and they were wonderful. And I always noticed them as I walked by. And so I walked by this one time and they stopped. And they said, "Do you know who you look like?" And I thought, yeah. And they said, "Karl Marx."
Well, that's a little
I thought,
different.
"Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, "Yeah, that's possible." I said Santa Claus, and they said, "Oh yeah."
Oh, no, Karl Marx.
Okay. Well, besides cookies, what might be your favorite food?
Oh, besides cookies, creme brulee.
Good choice.
That is
That's a good
Santa's
one.
favorite. Right over here at this La Jolla,
Oh, they have.
we had lunch, and they have wonderful creme brulee.
Yes, they do.
Now see, look at the kids. They're already lining up thick
Yeah,
out
they
there.
are.
Looking in the
How
windows.
fun.
I just really like it here. The people at the shops have been great. And it's so fun that they have built this house for me. And the kids can come and we have one-on-one time, which is really nice.
Oh, I agree. I like that.
Big enough that a family come in and they see there's a big kid there, about 50. Anyways, it's a great little place. The family will come in and they'll take pictures. And I always have an elf in here.
Okay.
And she'll take the family camera and
Okay, and
shoot
take your
the-
picture.
Yeah.
Well, you know that we're going to be asking for our picture as well.
Well, I hope so.
Well, we had a couple of other guests on our program tonight share with us some of their collections. One that collects nativities. So I'm wondering if you have anything that you've collected over the years.
Actually, a nativity from the Holy Land,
Ooh.
made out of that
Very nice.
Olive wood?
Olive
Yeah.
wood. Yeah, beautiful.
She
beautiful.
had one too.
Then I want to ask, we also had Cherie call on performing.
Oh, sure.
Local
Sure.
to Spanish Fork. What's your favorite Christmas song? Let's wrap it up with that.
I'm not going to sing it,
Okay.
but probably I'll be home for Christmas, which I will. I'll be home for Christmas.
That's
I'm not
true.
going
You
anywhere.
will be.
I'll
You will be.
That's my favorite. I'll be home for Christmas.
And maybe then a favorite Christmas memory. There has to be
Last
so
night,
many. Okay.
it's probably my favorite. There was a special needs girl with her family. She had no language. It was really tough. And she just lit up when I came in, let me sit by her, and I got to eat my soup at Neater's and watch this gal. And it was really warming because so much of the world passes them by. But she was taken with the moment of Santa being there with her, and that was wonderful. She had no language, but the language in her eyes told me what was happening. It was great. It was great.
Thank you, Santa.
Thank you.
Thanks for all you
No,
do.
and thanks for
bringing
coming
the
here.
spirit here.
We love spending our time with you and getting to see you every year. So,
Well,
okay, is there anything that we didn't ask you that you want us to ask you?
Well, yeah, it's
Okay.
like I tell all the kids. You know, this is a time when we appreciate that Jesus came and was our gift, and that the kings and all these people came to him and brought him gifts, so we give gifts to each other. So I say to the kids, be sure you give gifts to your friends, to your family, to your moms and dads, and they don't have to be big, just even gifts of service. So they let me do that. So Merry Christmas to you all.
Thank you, Santa.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you.
And to you at home, Merry Christmas. Remember,
Merry
I'm watching.
Christmas. Yes, definitely.
I'm watching.
Merry Christmas,
Happy New Year
everyone.
as well.
Well, Merry Christmas to you all, and to you especially, and God bless us, everyone.
Good for a girl.